what's going on, my viewers? My name is Evercade, welcome to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about, you know, why ColecoVision games could come to Evercade and why players need to get those games on Evercade. But before we do all that, I just want to say I've had some complaints about my mic recently on my more recent videos. That should be sorted. I've got a new headset, so that should all be sorted now. So let's get into the video. So Coleco, for someone who doesn't know, was a game console manufacturer and game publisher back in the 80s who made a console called ColecoVision to rival the Atari consoles and the Intellivision at the time. Now, Coleco themselves, I don't believe exist anymore. I believe obviously their licenses obviously bought by another company because they were involved with a Kickstarter thing a few years ago called the Coleco Chameleon, which all went up in flames. It turned out to be a scam. But I digress. Coleco has some games like Frenzy and Omega Race, which are games I personally want to play. I personally like to experience. But obviously those games are on the ColecoVision, and unless I buy a Coleco flashback, I won't be able to play them. And personally, I think Blaze should be going out and trying to seek out some of these old games. They should go to whoever owns a Coleco license and go, hey, can we license this game, and this game for Evercade to work on the Evercade EXP and the Evercade VS? Because personally, I think Evercade has done a great job with game preservation. They brought obviously some Dizzy games to Evercade. They brought some obviously Atari games. Atari games are available on like everything. They brought some Intellivision games because Intellivision's obviously a notorious system which is quite hard to emulate. And personally, I think Coleco games would be a huge win for Evercade because obviously Coleco games obviously are lesser known, sure, but they're retro. They're retro. They're more obscure games that could potentially gain a huge new audience and potentially benefit Blaze in the long run because they're a smaller thing now. But many people are like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about the Coleco back in like the 80s or 90s, and then they could end up buying the collections, and they obviously keep buying more Evercade collections, get more collectors on board, get more consumers on board with Evercade. And that's the whole goal of Evercade. Evercade needs to get more consumers on board to help them get more sales and more games sold and help them secure more licenses, and that's one way they can do it. And obviously Coleco would be a huge win for them in that regard. So Coleco would probably be a fairly cheap license to acquire, and then obviously first of all it'd revitalize the Coleco brand. People will actually realize what a Coleco is, and they can actually release the games unlike the Intellivision Amico. And yeah, it would just be a huge win for both Evercade and Coleco, and collectors who actually want to experience some old Coleco games but can't be involved to track down the cartridges and can't afford to track down the original systems. They'll be able to experience them on a new system in HD or on a portable system when it'll be legal. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Do you want to see ColecoVision games on the Evercade? Do you think Evercade doesn't need Coleco games? Do you think there's other systems that they should be focusing on emulating that expect from, Commodore Amiga? Let me know all your thoughts about that in the comments. I've been the Evercade. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the audio in this video in the comments as well. I kind of need to know, just make sure it's sounding better. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Peace.